If you can get the king to visit your bedchamber on the first evening, you'll be perceived as a great success.
You trained as a gymnast and as a dancer, and you worked as a professional dancer for many years before training as an actor. And I just wanted to know where the theatrical spark came from. I know that your brother Lars is also an actor. I wondered if he inspired you or whether it was a natural progression.
I think it was just something that happened by coincidence. I mean, I was in school. I was a gymnast. When I finished school, I didn't know what to do, and I went to this. I got a piece of paper in my door and said that if you are young and unemployed and you try this course, dancing/theater thing, and I went for that, and we made a little pathetic performance, but there was a couple of people seeing it that wanted me and a couple of other guys to be in a professional show, and then after that, they asked if I wanted to learn the craft of dancing, and so it just happened. I had nothing else to do, and I loved it. So I did that for 8-9 years, and I guess I was always more in love with the drama of dancing than the aesthetics of dancing. So I kind of like wondered one day, why didn't I just take the step fully and start doing drama?
Kom med og besøger mig efter aftenens program.
Jeg, kong Christian den 7. erklærer hermed krig mod lort.
How much creative freedom you have when you make a film like that in regards to the script, your research and your character. Do you have to work alongside historians?
No, not necessarily. I mean, the process of writing the script was a very creative process, I'm sure. I wasn't part of it. But they did work alongside historians for years to get this story right. This is a true story. Everything is true. We do take some liberties once in a while, but we know also what the truth is. So for us, we have to lean into that script. We have to try to bring that to life. And with a script like that, it's not like doing a dogma film where you improvise in East and West and you land somewhere. We know what we want to say. And sometimes that can be a big benefit for an actor to just lean in there and go with the flow, and you know it's going to be a cut there, and it's going to follow you there. So it's kind of piece of music where we have the little notes in that.
Struensee, hvad vil du sige til at skifte stilling?
Hvad er det for en stilling?
Kongens livlag.
Jeg kan godt lide at drikke, jeg kan godt lide luder med store bryster, og jeg kan godt lide at slås.
Og hvad er der galt i det?
The costumes were really magnificent, and they seem to allow freedom of movement, which I think adds to that contemporary feel the film has. And I was just wondering about your character development when you're working on your character. Do you sense when the transformation starts to take place, when the physical life and the mental life of the character starts to manifest itself? And how important are the costumes and makeup and wigs in that process?
I mean, obviously, when you're doing a historical film like this, the costumes and the settings are highly important, and they're very important. We need that to be present. We need that to give us that little extra lift to believe that we can actually allow to say Your Majesty. It does help when you're dressed up a little. When we're not shooting it in chronologically order, the character's development, we're going back and forth in that, of course. But I have to be upfront on the page, knowing where he is at what time. But I think we were all very pleased for a fairly small budget that they came up with, as you say, fantastic costumes and fantastic settings that we could just, again, lean into. Just lean back and try to enjoy the music and go with it.
Hvorfor var det lige mig, der skulle have den kedelige gås, hva'? Gør hende sjov. Jeg vil gerne have en sjov pony.
Jeg tror ikke, de selv er klar over, hvor meget indflydelse det har på Christian Struensee.
Jeg tror, du kan blive en fantastisk konge, Christian.
I know that this was your first Danish film in 5 years.
Yeah.
So what was it like making this film, and what did it mean to you, and what challenges came up, and that wonderful relationship between the actor and director? What was that like?
I mean, first of all, for me, meeting Nicola was just hugely important for me. I mean, we've known each other for years, we've never worked together, and all of a sudden we're doing this, which is a very different film for him to make as well. He's normally been giving life to films that was slightly more cold, that was giving portrait to a political life from outside. And now he had to, jump in himself into real people and the emotions of these people. And I think he was just doing a fantastic job, not only with visual, but the way he was with us. Every time we had a slightest problem with the character, he always had a solution. He had an idea, and so in that way, he was the full package of a director. And I'm really grateful that we met each other. I'm sure we're going to make other things in the future, but when, I don't know.
Jeg er gravid.
Er det sandt?
Nej. Du ødelægger mit land, Struensee.
Jeg kan gøre lige, hvad der passer mig.
Kongen lader sig diktere direkte af en oplysningsmand.
Jeg har ikke lyst til at stå og sørge for graven af dit afhuggede hoved.
Du er en skide provinslæg, og nu tror du kraftigt, at du kan styre et helt land.
Would you like to direct in the future?
Yeah, I think I might want to direct in the future when people are getting really fed up with my face. I might have to do it. But I'm also lucky in the sense that I come from a nation where we work so closely together. And that means that down to the scripts, down to the details of what we're doing, we're part of it. I mean, it's taken for given that we will interfere, we'll come up with ideas and be part of it. Some more than others, but I've always done that. I've always, been a busy bus, always coming up with ideas. And so far, I've been very satisfied with doing it through the acting. But if that one day is not enough, I might jump on the other side.
Jeg ved, hvad jeg så.
Kongen af Preussen har bundet min mor! Nej, nej, ja! Nej, nej, ja!
De tror alle sammen, jeg er skør.